Hello, my YouTube family. It's me, Lindsay Star. Welcome back to this vlog, and yes, I'm hoping you guys had a kind of an April Fool's and Easter, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. First of all. Yesterday, I was trying to upload both videos from Roblox, and I forgot to do so because at the time my mother and my brother and I said to go out. It's the usual Easter tradition that we go out, and the only two places are open on holidays are either they're out in the township where the restaurant's at, or go all the way to our usual eating location. So we had to go to, so we said to go over there. Anyway, and so I'm going to be posting up on my gaming channel the videos of that, and I'm going to set them off for today and tomorrow, and hopefully I get some other things to do. Anyway, also, so let's talk about Easter yesterday and the traditions that happened on Easter. And even though I will also mention I did got a little joked in of a prank, thanks to Tyler Pappas, aka Lil Zip. That was kind of pretty funny. But, you know, but anyway, so, I gotta tell you about our little Easter, let me tell you about this little Easter tradition that my mother, my brother, and I do. And usually was with my father, but not anymore. He decides to be a complete another jerk. But what happened is, every Easter, as far as I can remember, after we eat, we go to the graveyard. That's the proper way to say it. No, actually, let's say this right. We go to cemeteries because apparently my mother's family and my father's family are somewhat buried. Of course, my mother's family is buried out in the township, while my father's is somewhere a little bit far from where we live. And it's not very far, it's just, I would say, at least a 10 to 20 minute drive to there. Somewhat to say. But anyway. So we decided to go do that. But we did, and usually my mother would plant things, or, you know, and we had to take sure of things going on. So, the first stop was, we go over to the one that is, we didn't go to the township first, we go to the one that is the other place. So, when we got there, we end up seeing, the family tomb, and then not the family tomb, the family, gravestone. However, to our surprise, and I mean our, as in my brother, my mother, and I, my father and my uncle, and by the way, the uncle I'm talking about is my father's brother, okay? Not my mother's, okay? Because that would be really awkward, okay? But, as I was saying, both my father and my uncle got a headstone. Both of them together. And my mother went completely crazy. Like, she was like, ooh. So, like, can't believe he did that. She's like, I can't believe he bought the headstone, but he cannot pay my brother's car insurance. Oh. And sure enough, we were mad. Although, I think my brother did was he ended up text messaging our father and understand that I did not because I had him blocked. And it turns out, according to my brother, which he spoke to my father, he tells Jonathan the reason why they bought that was because of of his mother, my grandmother. Yes. And I'm like, really? So either, I don't know who bought it. I believe it is my father, although my mother thinks it was his mother, my grandmother. So, to be honest with you, yeah. Either way, whoever bought that was kind of a stupid thing. I mean, they could at least helped us out. Oh. Nope. They don't give, nope. They don't care. Leave me. My father doesn't care since the house is kind of falling apart. It's okay for him and his brother to get a burial plot. Dang. So after that we go over out to the township, and despite we also had to stop by because there was a building that was private property that was being built out. No reason why. There was electricity, but there was no signs whatsoever. So, but anyway, we went over to the township where my mother's family, including that of her uncle, which I believe he did serve in the war. I believe he served in World War II. I'm not sure. But I mean, it's all there. And yeah, he died by this October, he's been dead for like over a decade. Anyway, so what happened was, we get there and the whole entire cemetery was kind of being looked like it's been vandalized. And my mother was very angry and very upset. And she told us that when she dies, she wants to be cremated. Because after she's seen what happened, and I mean, it's ridiculous and waste of money. And I believe that I have to agree with her. I mean, if you're supposed to be using, if you are supposed to be doing things like being in charge and taking care of the cemetery, at least make sure things are like looking decent and presentable. But no. So, because of that, my mother was so mad, and she said she's gonna find out, because she wanted to make sure, she wanted to plant flowers there for her side of the family. I mean, my mother's side of the family. Ay. But, truth to be honest, it's kind of ridiculous that my mother would do this, but I mean, I don't know how she's going to do that. And no, I'm not going to say this. She's not going to do that today because, one, she's at work. Two, she's about to go into crazy mode because she has to find out what's going on with my brother's car that's being fixed. And the third most reason is it's kind of snowed. Yeah, it kind of snowed this morning. And it's kind of cold. And I know this is no April Fool's joke whatsoever, but it was been talked about. But from what I can tell outside, even though I wish I could show you, it did not really much snow, to be honest. If it did, it would be the whole entire streets would have been covered. Everything would have been covered, but it didn't. It just only covered up the cars, and that was it. So apparently my mother's at work now using the rental car. My brother has as the car that my mother drives that he should have been driving. Although I think something else is going on. I think there might be a thing going on that my mother is in fact going to consider to buy new cars for her and my brother. And the reason why is I believe both of them, the reason why they're doing that because of, ever since I made the video a couple of days ago about my brother needs a new car, needs a new engine, is because things break. And I feel like, I don't know, this is really weird how to put this, but apparently this is the second time my brother has a car break down on him, or thereof. And what I mean by is when my mother and my brother had Nissan cars. Now, understand these are brands, and I know I didn't much say this, but understand where I'm coming from. So, I don't remember the models of these cars, but understand where I'm coming from, okay? So, for a certain amount of time, we had Nissan cars. But the one thing that kept breaking down was my brother's. And he had to get it fixed. And it turns out the engine is the problem. After that whole entire fiasco with that, and after, of course, Mayor Lemon. I have to say that because it's a nickname, because I'm not revealing his last name for the sake of everybody. And having him to be harassed. It helped out, and this is right before he was being elected as the mayor of our city. Gave my brother and my mother their cars to choose. Now, my mother really wanted to have the Chevy. Actually, no, it's the Chevy Equinox. What my brother has that he should be driving is called the Impala. Anyway, so apparently, despite of everything goes crazy, brother takes the Equinox and leaves my mother with the Impala. Even though he should be driving the Impala, but anyway, so the Equinox starts to not work, breaks down on my mother, and now they're trying to get it fixed. And apparently, on top of that, my mother ends up days off the cars, both cars, and I think she wants to get new ones, and I don't know what new ones she wants. I mean, is she going wants another kind of named like Dodge or Kia? I mean, it's hard to stick with a good one, let alone any good one. And when the fact is, my brother ends up having engine problems with the one that he chooses. Or in this case, the one that my mother had chosen, but he took anyway. Because he couldn't take the one that he got chosen. But, anyway. It's hard to say, but understand, I am not happy about that. But anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to have to say for now. I got to finish up eating my breakfast, and I'm going to do a couple of streams today. Well, I really want to address the one thing I want to address. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys probably on the streams or the next time, okay? That's probably tomorrow, okay? Ta-da. Bye.